That wiggle cushion here. Here's one of the main places the water comes in the garden, as is this. Kind of two main entry points for groundwater. You can just see the sheeting across the driveway here. There's another spot. It comes down the driveway, comes in there. So this didn't really hold any water. Didn't really wash through. Didn't seem like we had that much water coming down. These beds held their shape just fine. Just a little bit of standing water there. So that's good. I do have water coming in here by design. Comes across there, and theories going in these beds. This was all recently done. Doesn't look like it washed out across that one. I was wondering if it was going to wash out right across that ditch right there in the middle. I don't think it did. So that's holding water. You can see the pipe. A little bit of dirt showing there. So this is too deep for sure. But I'll fill it in with hay. And the beds will still be up just high enough. And that old washout there where all that old hay is didn't wash out. I'm going to head in the garden now. So the water would come in here, and it looks like some did go down that way. And some went down this way. It kind of splits. It's kind of what I wanted. Man, it's definitely chillier today. We're going to have a hard frost tonight. Hard freeze, I should say. Okay, we did have a washout. Right here. So that would be that water coming through that gate. Came down. I had left a little soil there. So I'm going to have to build that up. Yeah, look at that. That's a pretty good washout. That's why we have all that mud there. But not too bad considering it was all loose, and this is the first time it had rain on it. So we'll be okay. That pipe was definitely draining. This pipe here is definitely draining. Yeah, that's not as much water as usual. That's good. This one is always a frog pond here. It's one of the last places to dry out. So we'll just walk the bottom. Buttercups, anyone? I'm going to run a killer down here and I don't want these buttercups. Are poisonous. They're very seedy. They like to spread. So here's a little look. Yeah, there's a washout all through here. Kind of sheeted out of there. I might have held some back, but it's just too wet. I tried to connect these two little ditches. This was new work here. Looks like a little more work is in order for this ditch. Alright, got a pond going there. We have more water than usual in these swales, which is good. They tended to be a little more dry. The water would come right down this driveway and right out that gate previously. So I was kind of aware of that problem. This level all the way across, water there, still water all the way across. That's a good long swale, and it's level all the way up that way. All right, definitely had a washout here. Not as bad as it could have been. We held it back. Level water. That's a pretty good amount of water there. But it's level all the way across where I've connected them, so that's good. I like that. can't quite say that this is a level ditch. I'd have to take some of that dirt out, and I got tree roots in there. So I'm not sure. Pretty sure if I fix. Well, no, it held. Everything held. So that's good. Water filled up and spilled around down at the end over to this one. That's good. This bed held up. Chicken footprints in there. Somebody left the gate open. Brand new seeded bed. Chickens love that. Now we're holding some pretty significant water here. And we're high up on the hill. This stays wet a lot. So I'll fill this in, take this little mound out. That way, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But it didn't wash out as much as I thought it might, which is good. So our bed's held up. And yet I did come out when it was raining, that water was splitting. More of it going to the right. But just enough, if it gets really full, it starts to spill over this walkway. I think I'm going to put gravel just on these paths here to help. So the worst blowout was the one with the fertilizer bag sitting there, and then the other one was down at the far end where we started out. So overall, I give it maybe a B. So we'll keep working on it and get this water under control. Considering it's April 1st, looking over at that field, and then looking over at this field on our side of that ditch. There's a lot more fertility. This is very, very lush for the time of year. A lot of places are still brown with this little hints of green coming in. So we're catching solar energy for sure. We'll see what the freeze does to us tonight. I'm afraid we're going to lose some fruit. We might not even have any fruit this year. But it's hard, these blossoms, and it's going to be like 25 degrees. So we'll see. So we're in the big greenhouse. Looks like it's about 62 in here. I had stuff piled up on this empty tank, and it floated up in that water and it knocked everything, spilled it all. Hopefully not too much didn't go down the ditch. Probably be working in here today a little bit. No sprouts yet, which is good. I don't want them. We're going to have that freeze tonight. I don't want anything coming up. I can't guarantee the temperature in here. I'm going to button it up a little bit. Peppers and tomatoes and basil. Not going to like this cold much. And I'm worried about my corn. So I'm going to definitely cover that up with some blankets tonight. Try to keep it alive, but if it makes it, I'm going to put it in the ground on Sunday. It should make it. I might put it up on this shelf. I think I will work it in up here, because that freezing temperatures are obviously going to settle in down here. Probably won't be above freezing 6-7 feet off the ground, whatever this is, 7 feet off the ground. Maybe put a blanket. So check in tomorrow, let you know if it lived. So the beds are soaked. They're ready for life. Just got to get past this last little bout of cold. And we'll have corn. It's April 1st. So we'll have corn in that first week of April. Hopefully we'll be harvesting about the time they're planting.